All right, hello everybody, welcome back to the stream. How are you all doing? So I got to get my typical ads out of the way, but happy Monday to everyone. In anywho, yeah, so Gunforged is my first real commercial release as a full-time indie developer. So if you want to support this channel, if you want to support my work, then definitely check out the Steam page. It's linked in the description below. You can purchase Gunforged standalone or as part of a bundle. If you purchase it as part of a bundle, you get 2 games for a combined discount, which is very nice. And if you end up playing it, please consider leaving a review. I would very much appreciate that. I also have my Udemy courses available for sale. This is another great way to support my work. And if you purchase this course, you're going to learn all about creating a complete game in the Godot engine. So I think just to sell my courses a little bit, the reason why students like this course is because it's very organic. It's not a sort of tutorial or course style where I just spit the correct code at you and then, oh, it works. We actually start with a blank project and you see every single line of code that gets written from the very beginning and how it gets refactored and redone over time and how we incrementally build upon the systems that we create in the game. So if that's something that you're interested in, if you're interested in a more organic experience of creating a game, then my courses are a great option for you. I've got GDScript and C# available, but if you like, you can also wait because I'm doing the same thing, but doing a networked multiplayer course. So if you're interested in that, stay tuned to this channel because that's in production right now. Should be out within a month and a half, something like that, assuming the pace keeps up the way it's going. So anyway, all that stuff out of the way. What are we going to be doing today? Today we're going to be just working on the visuals for this map that I've been working on for a while. It's not totally in a usable spot right now. It's basically functional, but the icons are wrong and the decorations that get placed along the sides are a little bit sort of bad in terms of their placement. They're not bad, I don't think, artistically. They're just being placed very weirdly. So we're going to experiment with a bunch of that stuff. Probably we'll work on icons a lot. I think icons are going to make a huge difference instead of using swords everywhere. And we may make some functional changes too, not to the map generation itself, but to certain things like the combat. Right now, if I were to go to a combat encounter, I actually get soft locked when I complete the encounter. And we also have these 3 combat options which are going to go away, and I'm going to make the combat difficulty appear on the map itself. So yeah, that's the idea. That's what we're going to be playing around with today. We're not going to be able to do all of that stuff, but that's sort of what's on the agenda. Anyway, welcome Kenny Az. Got to go to programming classes. Sounds good. Thank you for popping in though. Very much appreciate that, and welcome. Micha or Micah, quick recap. Did he fix the map in the end? So the map is still broken. I've identified where it's broken at. It's working fine for the most part. It's not working the way that I want it to, but I think that it's unavoidable at this point that I need to make my minimum spanning tree that I'm using for the map, I need to make it directed because otherwise I have no way of getting an accurate ancestor list, which is important for a variety of reasons. If you were watching the VODs, then you know why the ancestor list was so important for trying to create edges that allow for the player not to backtrack. But as it stands right now, the ancestor list is kind of useless because you can't really trace a path, a singular path back to the minimum spanning tree. It's a whole thing, but it's basically working, so. Thank you, Annie. Welcome back to you as well. Hello, Adam. Always good to see you. Good morning and welcome. All right, so I guess we'll do icons first. So we're gonna need an alchemy icon. Let's do some alchemy here. I almost wonder, I might cheat a little bit here actually. Can I open, let's see. I wonder if I can use this alchemy here. Let's open this up. What does this look like? Is this gonna fill the space? Ooh, look at that. I just saved myself a bunch of work. Oops, but I shouldn't have pasted it there. Icon alchemy. Paste that in there. That's perfect. Look at that. Excellent, excellent. And then we're going to duplicate this, move it over. And then let's do outline. Okay. Icon alchemy outline. Cool. Lock both of those. Let's create a new one. What is the next one I need? Icon. Icon what? Shop, I guess? Do I have a shop icon yet? I don't have a shop icon. So I wonder if I can steal that too. Ooh, I bet you I can. Check this out. Watch this. Did I close the shop? Hello? Did I really close the shop? Oh no, I just opened up. Okay. Shopkeep head. Look at that. I'm gonna need to add the eyes back in though. This is gonna be easier, I think, if I just go into the shop base sprite here. I need the eyes. Eyes open. Yeah, I think this is gonna work. Oh, maybe not. I guess we'll see. Duplicate, move this over. Is everything? Yeah, everything's fine. Okay. This is going to bleed out of the edges a little bit. Oh, but I can just do... Yeah, I'll just do this. Look at that. I'm so lucky. Okay. Sweet. That works. I think all you need are outer border edges plus MST, but we're moving on. Yeah, maybe if I kept the outer edges, but the problem is then I'd need to detect what is an outer edge. And I don't know if there's a good way of doing that. That would be kind of complicated too, I think. Oh well, it's not cheating if it works, yeah. Absolutely. So what other icons do we need? Alchemy enchant, grow board, max health, upgrade card, booster. We already have a booster icon, I think. Yeah, I've got that already. So I should probably draw this up a little bit nicer. So icon booster, let's just add in some highlighting here. That'll work. I don't know if I want to do that. I suppose that looks all right. Yeah, that looks fine. I don't know, do I want to add a little bit of highlighting here? Yep, that looks fine. Sweet. Yeah, I think that looks fine. So we've got the booster icon. What else? Upgrade card. I don't know what to do for the upgrade icon. That's a good question. I actually already have that. Hookah! I gotta figure out how to use... Ooh, I could have used the hookah for the shop. Ooh, I wonder... No, it's too big. I can't use it. Okay, never mind. It's too big. Let's do the upgrade though. This one, ooh, that's going to be too big too. I think I can probably modify this though. So we got my map icons. Let's lock that. This one is icon upgrade. Paste that in here. Oh wait, are these 30 by 30? They might be. I still think that I need to... I might just get rid of the calipers here and just do the hammer. That's probably going to be easier. Yikes. Get rid of that. Okay, duplicate this. Yep, that'll work. Okay, max health, grow board, enchant. So I think I just need to do these three now. You triangulate your map, you have basically a mesh detecting border edges on a mesh as a solved problem. I know, all of this is a solved problem. Doesn't change the fact that I need to get it to work in my game. Game Jam is over. Welcome, Christopher. How you doing? It's a lot of visuals, but not a lot of gameplay. Oh, well, that's all right. Sometimes game jams go like that. If you want, you can tell me what the game is. I'd be interested to check it out. If you've got like an itch.io page for it or something. You can't put a direct link in the chat, but... Okay, so I need max health, grow board, and enchant. I actually don't have... Let's see, I don't have any art for enchanting yet anyway. Grow board, I don't know. I need to think about how the grow board is going to be presented too. Max health? I mean, I can just do a heart for that one, I suppose. That doesn't look right. Okay, 1 second. All right, so is this okay? Actually, I think this needs to be, I think I need to move this in. I don't think this looks right. I suppose that's fine. That's okay. It just looks a little weird, I guess. I don't know. I think I'm back to where I started. Okay, well, it's fine. Yeah, I don't know what it is, but hearts are so hard to draw for some reason. I don't understand why. Oh well. It's fine. It's fine for now. We'll see how it looks in game. I can always change it later. I'm thinking I might do this. I'm not going to use this color, but I might add a plus icon there. Do an outline. Something like that. I'm not really liking that too much, but it's all right. It's okay. It's fine. It's all right. Now the hard part is going to be doing these highlights, I think. I mean, it's fine. I don't know. I'm just trying to add a little bit more texture in here. I guess it's okay. We'll see how it looks on the map and then I'll fix it later. Okay, anyway. Let's duplicate this. Boom. Oops. What in the world is going on? Okay, there we go. Delete all this. That'll work. So let's export that, and now I can add the code that chooses these icons based on the event type, I think. That should work. Normally my habit is capital on all enums. I don't think I don't know, the C# style guidelines don't do that, I don't think. More reason for a Discord, yeah, true. When are devlogs coming, and also when do you think the game will be finished and released? I'm going to start on devlogs on this game soon, I think. I think maybe it would be kind of cool to do the initial devlog to coincide with the, like, a playtest of it. So, but when will it be finished and released? Probably before the end of the year, hopefully before the end of the year. My timeline is slowing down a little bit because of the course that I'm producing now, so make a realistic heart, I could do that. Bound by Bones, that's a good idea. Itch is True Vision's the only game on my page. Compared to the GDD, we're missing half the game. We have the mechanics without tuning the feel and economy. Oh, gotcha. Learned a hell of a lot more being thrown into the fire than learning at my own pace and making my own game. Yeah, game jams are great for that. Absolutely. Are there healing involved? You heal to full after every combat encounter. So any healing that happens during the combat encounter as a way to, like, offset damage. But when you complete an encounter, you just start with full health at the next one. Increasing max health, yeah, that will just, yeah, set your health to full. I mean, your health is always full if you're not in combat. So the max health basically just changes your max health without changing how much current health you have necessarily. So I exported that, right? So we got this map node here. And now I need to put in all the icon types. (2D). I'm just going to let the AI do this all for me. I don't have a grow board icon, so I'll add it, I guess. Upgrade card icon. Okay. I think that's good. Thank you, AI, for doing that all for me. So now in here, set map node. So we'll set this icon to combat icon by default. Map node dot node event type. This is where the AI is really useful. What am I missing? Am I missing anything? Let's put combat in there, I guess. Cool. So we'll default it to combat. So if I miss anything, it'll just get set to combat. So icon texture. Excellent. I think that should pretty much do it. Now I need to build. Oops. I guess that's one way to build. Now I need to build and then assign all those things, which should be relatively easy. Because all I'm going to do is copy this, paste, I'm sure there's a better way of doing all these. I probably could have created a custom resource for the event types and associated all the things here, but it's... Maybe I'll do that in the future, but for now, I'm just going to make all these unique in advance. I think there's an easier way to do this, because I could do here and do make sub resources unique, but I don't know if I want to make everything unique. It's fine. I'm almost done here. Make unique, make unique. Okay. So max health icon. Shop icon. Oh, I did that wrong. So let me fix that real quick. Icon shop highlight. Okay. Alchemy icon. I could have used an outline shader for these. That might have been easier too, but it's all right. Once this is configured, it's basically just not going to be touched again. I don't have a grow board, so I will just make the grow board look the same as the start, I suppose. Enchant icon, I don't have an enchant icon either, because I haven't figured out what art I want to do for enchantment yet, so we'll just leave that alone. Combat icon, bam. All right, let's see how that looks. That was relatively simple, if a little bit tedious. Sweet, so now we've got upgrade card booster, upgrade card, max health. That's a little wonky. I gotta fix the max health outline. Icon health. Oh, I think this health highlight just needs to be moved over. Is that right? Yeah, I think it just needs to be moved over. Let's try that again. Oops. Alchemy. Wait, what happened to the health? Maybe I'm not, oh, maybe I'm just randomizing it. So there's health. There we go. Max health, alchemy, max health. Some of these icons are a little bit big in comparison to the others. I might shrink that max health down, actually. The hammer is fine, I think. Booster, alchemy. Alchemy's a little big too. I mean, maybe it's fine. I think the health, yeah, maybe the health is just a little bit big. Sweet. Sometimes I have to choose between advancing my course or advancing my jam game. Yeah. Yep, that is a choice we all have to make, how to spend your time. I suck at art, that's what's holding me back for game dev. Yeah, I mean, you can get good at it. It's a skill that can be learned, for sure, but it does take a lot of effort. I didn't get the notification till now. Yeah, YouTube notifications are terrible. They're absolutely terrible. But welcome back, Craig. Good to see you. Map is looking great now. Thank you. Yeah, I think it's looking better. I'm missing some icons here, but that's okay. You know what I might do? I might increase the size of this icon background. This is 24 by 24. Where is that icon background at? Assets map icon background. Let's increase the size of it. Yeah, that looks much nicer. Just creating more padding around the various icons here, which is great. Cool. So the text is a little bit weird, but all right. So now upgrade card. I want there to be a transition. So let me do this. Add variation in map icons. I want to kind of get a transition in place. And I don't know exactly how that's going to work. I kind of thought it would be cool if it like faded away in some way. So let's do this. Map, container, inner container. I kind of want to make this all a canvas group, which I hope doesn't break anything. Because then I can do a fade out shader here. Let's just see what it looks like with a normal fade out material. Oh, wait. Quick load. Yeah, that should work. So let's see what that does. Node, private, canvas group. Canvas group. Yeah, let's do that, and then we'll do await canvas group dot material as fade out, canvas group fade out material. Play fade out. This. All right, let's see what that does. That might give us a better transition. I have a different transition that I want to try, but I'm going to try just using what I have in place first. Ooh, okay. So now everything's being faded out. That's pretty good. This probably doesn't need a delay anymore here. So let's get rid of that. Nice. I kind of think that there does need to be a slight delay there. So we'll just do 1/10 of a second. Now I'm gonna move this player in a better way. Set ease tween dot ease type dot in out. Set trans, let's do cubic. So the player's gonna start quick and then, or no, it's gonna start slow, speed up, and then end slow. Ooh, that's kind of cool, but I think cubic is a little bit strong. Let's just try a sine. Sine is a little bit weaker, but we'll still produce a little bit of variation there. Yeah, I think that looks fine. Might make this a little bit slower. I don't want to make the player have to sit through too many animations, but I do want it to look nice too. Okay, that's looking all right. This enchantment screen needs art. Oh, and we're not being right. So now we need to fade the map back in. Public async task fade in. I'm gonna do this. We'll store a reference to that. Canvas group fade out material is equal to canvas group as that. Yeah, let's do that. And then in here, play fade in. So game UI, show map. Where is that being done? Enter state map. I guess what I'll do is I'll just map container dot fade in. And we'll discard this for now. I don't think I need to wait for the fade in before the player can execute anything. But we'll just play the fade in. Okay. Oh, I keep going to combat encounters. I can't do combat encounters because it soft locks me. Because the developer doesn't know how to make their game. All right. That's fading out even when... Right, so I need to change this as well. We'll make a public fade out method and then move player to node. That's happening in the run manager. Await game UI.mapContainer.fade out. Fade in here. I'll keep this in the run manager instead of in the UI, and I'll remove it here. Cool. Let's see what happens. So now if I go back to the start, why are you doing that? Why are you running? Enter state map travel. Oh, fade in. Ah. Is it just, oh, I think I know what's happening. Go to alchemy here. Let me just see. Okay, it's fading in. So fade in always starts at 0. That's what's happening. So I need a way of telling it not to fade in if I'm visiting a node that I've already visited. Actually, there's an easier way to do this. No, there isn't. Yeah. I basically need to not call this fade in if I'm on a node that I've visited. I wonder if I can do... The one problem with my delegate state machine is I don't have the ability to pass in arguments to the state changes, which there are arguments for and against that. All right, I'm just gonna fix this easily first. Private bool should fade map in. If should fade map in, then we'll fade it in there. Should fade map in equals false. Should fade map in equals true. And that's very messy. I don't like that, but that'll work. That'll work. So now if I do this, Kerblamski, get that, fade back in. I visit this one, visit that one. That's looking good. It's looking all right. I'll take that, fade back in. So yeah, I just need to do proper exit animations for everything. Let's go back this way, back this way. So here, when the upgrade is finished, I need to basically have like... Oh, I didn't click it. I just need a good fade out. I need a good animation for that. There's a bunch of problems here. I also need to be able to show the player's current combat board on the screen somehow. So I should probably, I haven't used my Obsidian notes in a while here. So let me take a look at this. In progress. Oof, oof. Artifact event, yeah, we want that. Combat choices. This is kind of implicitly handled by the new map. Add map. Okay. Need to be able to pull up combat board. Track number of traversals. Spawn boss after 10th traversal. Okay, all right. I see some nodes do not have icons though. Yeah, I need to figure out what I'm doing. Like the enchantment, I don't know what art I'm gonna go for the enchantment, so I'm not gonna make an icon first until I know like what the enchantment encounter actually looks like, and then I'll pull an icon from that. Hello, Marion. I'm currently following your C# with Godot Udemy course because I want to make a 2.5D game with Godot as well. About halfway through, and I gotta say it's quite good. Thank you, Marion. I appreciate that. Thank you, thank you. I'm glad you're enjoying it. Hello, Corentin. I'm pretty new on Godot and I'm facing a problem. Do you have any idea how to pause, unpause animation using an animation tree? I don't. I'm sorry. I'm assuming you already looked at the documentation for animation tree. If not, I would start there, but I'm not familiar that much with animation trees, unfortunately. I wish I could help you. Have you ever had your game stolen and republished by someone else, and are you taking any steps to minimize the risk? No, that's never happened to me. I've heard horror stories of that happening, but typically when you hear about games being stolen, they're like literally stolen. Like they'll just pull the game files and then host them on like the App Store or something. As far as somebody like stealing the idea, I'm not terribly worried about that for a number of reasons. One, I'm stealing a bunch of ideas from a bunch of games that I like, so it's not like my idea is super unique. I mean, the thing that makes this game most unique, I think, are the alchemy system and the art style. But everything else is basically just a rehash of mechanics that already exist in games. So that's one reason I'm not too worried about it. But also it's like, I'm creating a public record of this game being developed, right? I have a whole YouTube channel backlog of me working on this game from the start, right? And so it's going to be really hard for somebody to outright steal the idea and claim that it's theirs when I can point to this like public record I have of me working on it, which, you know, may not give me any remedies necessarily, but at least, you know, I can, if I need to, I can make that claim and say, hey, this person stole my idea and here's like all the proof, right? But again, I'm not worried about that. The ideas are cheap, it's the execution that counts, and that's why I'm really worried about making this game super fun and executing on it well. So I don't know, we'll see, but it's not something that I'm concerned about. Yeah, exactly, Aniki. Bold of you to assume I have ideas worth stealing. That's basically what I'm saying when I said I'm already using ideas from other games. So it's like, I mean, really the only thing that could be stolen that I would be a little bit bummed about is like the art style. But even then, it's like, my art style, just like your handwriting or anything, is unique to you, right? It's not like, I'm not trying to say that like I'm this genius artist who has come up with their own style, but it's just like there's certain ways that I draw things, there's certain decisions that I make with regard to the theme. It would be really hard for somebody to like perfectly emulate my art style. So it's like, yeah, I'm not very concerned about that at all. Can you detect when a fade-in is in progress? You can make Kanban in Obsidian, that's cool. Yeah, it's a Kanban community plugin. Can you detect what, so fade in, the problem is the fade in number is a value on a shader uniform and I don't want to use that for game state. So that's why I'm kind of like, you know, avoiding that. I could do that, but it's better to just store that state outside of this shader. Sorry, I gotta send someone some money here. Hello, Leonardo. Welcome back. Good to see you again. Don't do GPU readbacks. What is that? Hello, Neozoid. Glad to see you lurking here again. It's map time. It is indeed map time. Not to be confused with nap time. I wonder why these icons disappeared. That's kind of concerning. Oh, that's like totally broken. Okay. We're not going to worry about that just yet. All right. Add map transitions. I'm going to start tracking. So there's a couple, I want to get the, let's see. I want to fix the combat soft lock in here, I think. Which means I have to redo the whole combat flow. But I also want to track the number of traversals. Oh, the combat. I just did a whole bunch of work on the combat and now it's gonna be undone. So basically, I've got a combat selection event state machine in here that is generating, there's an algorithm in here that generates a board difficulty. That is not the algorithm. this algorithm here, this scaled board configuration. Yeah, this is going to have to go away. So this min tier and max tier is based on combat encounters completed. What I think I'm gonna do... So currently when you go into a combat, you get 3 choices. You can choose an easy one, a medium one, or a difficult one. So if I go here, easy, medium, difficult. And I had just reworked these prior to doing the map, where not only do they have different difficulty tiers, but they also give different rewards. Now, though, there's no reason to tie specific rewards to combat except for maybe the currency value that you get out of it, which is this blood here. Because the combat encounters are going to offer implicit rewards by blocking areas of the map, right? So there's 2 grow boards here that are blocked by this combat. So in order to unlock these rewards, I have to complete this combat encounter. But what I want to do is, instead of offering a choice of which combat you fight, the combat is just going to be generated in terms of its difficulty based on how far away it is from the start. So the combat out here is going to be much more difficult than the combat here. And the combat here is going to be maybe just as difficult or maybe slightly less difficult. And these are going to be generated with fixed rewards and a fixed encounter. So the choice, instead of going to the combat screen and making your choice there, the choice is based on your pathfinding through the map, right? But there is a reward here for the combat, which is the currency. So combat is going to be the only way that you can earn currency. Maybe there will be one other way to earn currency, but this will be the primary way to earn currency. So something like a shop is going to be useful unless you intentionally go through some combat encounters. So that's the way that I'm thinking about it. And I need to reorient basically everything because I just rewrote this code. And now it's time to rewrite it again. So the problem now is I need to generate these board configurations. And store that somehow. Anytime you read a value out of a shader. Oh, I see, I gotcha. Step on that shopkeeper's face, you won't mind. Oh, really? Oh, interesting, okay. Good morning, Sanzo. Welcome. The algorithm, what is this? The MacGuffin from Tenet? That's funny. Hello, Pat. When you do a scene transition, do you just pause the map in the background or do a full transition? I'm doing a Pokemon clone and trying to figure it out as I go. Well, in my case, my map is just like purely visual. It's not doing any processing on a frame-by-frame basis. So, yeah, all I'm doing here is I fade it out and then I hide the map so that I can't click on any elements. So it's invisible in the scene tree. It's still in the scene tree, but it's invisible. And then it just gets shown when I'm done with an encounter. Can you provoke the shopkeeper in this game? Not yet. I don't know. We'll see. There's something weird happening. Oh, no, never mind. Okay, so it's getting there, but we gotta figure out this combat stuff now. Shoot. Sacrifice the shopkeeper for a unique card. Yeah, there could be some interesting things to do. but I gotta get this combat. I think my main focus right now should be getting the loop working again, because I had a full game loop working and then I broke everything with this map, and so now I gotta get back to that state. I'm trying to think of how I want to organize this here. Combat reward, selected combat reward. I don't know. Get rid of that seed for now. I'm kind of torn where to put this combat data. I think I could probably manage all that at the run manager level. The other thing I could do is I could create an extension of run map node, which is like the combat node, which contains a bunch of combat data on it. I don't think I want to do that though. What I might do okay, I'm gonna start deleting stuff here. Combat event or selection event state machine. Yeah, I'm just gonna go Scorched Earth. Delete. Delete. Interstate combat selection, this is going away. Interstate map travel combat. So this is where I would change that here. So we'll just go back to state map here, I suppose. Okay. So I deleted a bunch of that stuff. Oh. I do need to listen for that on enemy board created signal. Okay, I think I've got an approach here. So what I'm going to do in this create map here, do a generate combat encounters in here. And we've got the run map here, so I'll do this. For each var node in run map.nodes.where x.node event type is equal to event type.combat. Okay, so we're getting all of the combat node types, and then in here, what I want to do is I want to run that algorithm. So this scaled board configuration model, let's just do this. Let's do int difficulty. This no longer needs to return an array. So I need to modify this as well. Okay. Can you land on every planet you see? What do you mean? No. I see. But if I have lots of NPCs running around, then probably better to manage it. Oh, yeah. Yeah. That was in reference to your previous comment. Yeah, for sure. I feel like the shopkeeper could kick my ass, though. Yeah, for sure. Grow board event, grow beard event. Oh, yeah. I need to change that text. That's just like the enum name. That's the enum with toString called on it. But I need to create like a utility that rewords that in sort of like natural language. The script is getting long. Long scripts in and of themselves aren't problems. The big issue is everything logically coherent? Funny No Man's Sky reference, yeah. No Man's Sky. I had some fun with that game. Okay. So I'm actually going to take a quick 2-minute break, go get myself a refill on my drink and all that good stuff. Then when I come back, we're going to see if we can get these combat encounters to be generating properly. And close that loop. Probably going to take the rest of the stream to do that, honestly. I've got a lot of stuff to change. But yeah, we'll see. So anyway, in the meantime, please check out the links in the description below. Those are all the ways you can support my work. And I will be right back in just 2 minutes. Alrighty, I'm back. All right, let's see what's going on here. So this pick board configurations is returning a series of configurations because oh, that was a bug anyway. Anyway, it's picking a series of configurations because that was the choices previously. But now I'm going to get rid of this. Actually, we'll keep that in there. Loot table, models. So let's do this. We'll get rid of this. We're not going to make this an array anymore. I guess we don't need this either. Tier, picked models. Yeah, let's get rid of this. Get rid of that. Return model. Model target tier. We don't need that. We'll do pick item in here. Okay. Target tier. This needs to return just a standalone scaled board configuration model. Okay. So all this code is doing is basically just picking from the board configurations that I hand create as JSON files. And then what it does is it scales them in accordance with the target difficulty level. So there's going to be some variability in the difficulty level still, but I'm going to pass in a base difficulty here. And for now, I'm just going to make that based on the distance from the start node. So if I go back to my run manager here, I'm going to say, let's do this. Private read-only dictionary run map node to, I'm actually going to reuse this combat reward. Except I'm going to rename this. I'm going to rename this to, this probably doesn't need to be ref counted anymore either. It may need to be ref counted. I don't know. We'll see. But public class, we're going to do this combat configuration. Why won't you let me rename this? Combat configuration. Cool. Then in here, combat configuration. And then down here, what I'm going to do is, I don't remember how I calculated the currency reward, but let's just see what the AI wants to do here. The base difficulty here, so that needs to be replaced by the distance. So I'll do that later. Combat configurations. Combat configuration node. That's not right. This is a scaled board configuration model. var. Combat configuration dot scaled board configuration model is equal to that. Combat configuration dot currency is equal to, I don't know. Let's just do this. var difficulty. Let's just do 0 for now. Create that as a placeholder. Difficulty times 5. How was I doing the currency before? It's in here somewhere. One of these classes that I deleted. Min currency, max currency. So it's just that. matthewtill.rng.rand_irange currency. Set that in there. This is just complete nonsense, so we'll get rid of that. Okay. There we go. Now I just need to get this difficulty. So if I go to my run map here, I'm going to rename this to MST. What I want in here is public void get distance to node. I'll do, yeah, get distance to node, that's fine. Run map node. From node, run map node to node. And I'm going to tell the AI to do this. Complete this method using the MST to count the number of nodes from the from node to the to node. Return this number. I don't know why it took me this long to learn, but F2 to rename symbol has been invaluable. Yeah. Yeah, it's super, super handy. I do that all the time. This is not using the minimum spanning tree. I'm going to tell it to do it again. What is it doing? Oh, it's creating a graph? Wait a minute. Do you need a... Can you not use the edge data already present? Let's see. Why is it doing this? Why is it doing this? I guess that it knows. Oh, I guess. Okay. Well, it's probably fine. I don't know why it wouldn't just use the edge data. I guess it just needs the edge data in a better format. Thank you, AI. Just always return 0, it's fine. I think that error is wrong. Okay. Anyway, so in here, difficulty is equal to run map.get distance to node, node run map dot start node. I'm just going to print that difficulty here. All right, now that's not going to be functional yet, but I just want to see kind of what is output here. Type or namespace combat reward, set configuration options, combat selection container. Oh, I forgot to yeet that one. Get rid of these two. All my hard work down the drain. It's fine. Can I run this now? Okay, that should be it. That should be it. Gunforge DLC when? Maybe, maybe never. I don't know. We'll see. Never say never, I suppose. Okay, so what got output here? 9, 3, 1, 10, 3, 4. Why is it getting a 10? There is nowhere on the map where it should be 10. That's literally not possible. So that's a little bit concerning. What is it doing here with this queue? If not visited, contains connected node. I think all of this would be so much easier if my minimum spanning tree was directed instead of undirected. I'm probably going to need to do that. But why is it should not be printing 10 at all? It's not even sensical. Let's see. Run map generator. Let's just get rid of all this code here. And this should just only show the minimum spanning tree here. So let's take a look. Four, 3, 2, 5. There's a 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, that makes sense. Why did that other map return 10? That's ridiculous. Okay, these look a lot more reasonable. Seven. We have a difficulty of 7. Oh, I see. Right, so you could get a minimum spanning tree that looks like this. But then after all the shortcut gets added, it's hard to tell that... Okay. Maybe I shouldn't use the minimum spanning tree for this. Maybe I should just... Actually, you know what? This might actually create more interesting combat. So I'm going to leave it, actually. Never mind. I'm sorry, AI. You did it correctly. Now, I think what I probably should do is store this MST graph instead of regenerating it every time in here, but I don't think it's a problem, actually. So we got the difficulty here, min currency, max currency, blah, blah, blah. Combat configuration, cool. So now the problem is I need to get... Well, let's just get the loop working first. So what I'm going to do actually is this enter state combat here. I'm going to create a combat state machine in here and treat it like a normal event. Because I was treating combat differently than the other events, but I think the map makes it easy now to treat this as the same, in the same way. So I'm going to change this. Public run map node, current node, public dictionary run map node to combat configuration. This is getting a little bit big as well. This is just a context object that I can pass in to my event state machines here. Let me add that before I forget. Combat, oh no, let's do this. Event state machine equals new combat event state machine context break. Right. I'm gonna just do this. This is kind of bad, but if event state machine is combat event state machine, we want to add that on enemy board created so we can listen for that. It's a little bit finicky here, but we're gonna get rid of this too. Goodbye. On event selected, where is that used? This enter state choose event, that's gone. I'm not doing a booster state either. I might have to figure out how to do that differently, but booster event state machine. I want everything to happen through the map. I want everything to happen through the map, and a lot of this state machine stuff that I have going on here was very specific, like, events that I wanted to happen. Like, previously, you get a booster selection option as soon as you start the game. But now you're loading into the map, and the map is going to give you all the options that are available to you. And that actually simplifies the code quite a bit because everything just goes through the map now. Interstate map travel. So here, yeah, so here now, I don't need this anymore because the combat is event. So I can just switch straight to the state event. It's going to detect that combat, go into combat event state machine here. And then I need to selected board configuration. This needs to go away. This also needs to go away. Combat configuration.selected scaled board configuration model, that's fine. Ooh, this is going to be difficult, actually. On enemy board died. So the combat still is a little bit weird here, but I'm getting rid of this. Combat encounters completed as well. All this can go away. Well, I shouldn't get too delete happy, I suppose. Oh, goodness gracious. I guess I am going deep into this. This needs to be all redone, so I'm gonna just hard code this stuff. This is a mess. Combat finished. This is a nightmare. This is a nightmare. It's a nightmare of my own making. Okay, I'm just gonna this whole thing is just gone. Goodbye. Anyway. Let's build and see what else I broke. Nothing? Alright, let's see. Let's see what happens. This should be a relatively easy encounter. I don't have that top bar anymore, which makes sense. I don't have a begin button. Okay, so where did my begin button go? Is this being done anywhere? Show begin button. I think that's the piece I'm missing here. Let's see. Have your character's card custom options in Balatro? Oh, interesting. Yeah, that's a good idea. Hello, Pencilock. Sorry, I'm a little bit behind on stream. I'm a little bit preoccupied with the refactoring here. Haven't been able to catch a stream lately. That's all right. Welcome back. Always good to see you. Don't apologize to the AI. Gotta assert dominance. That's right. Yeah, true. That's definitely true. Good morning, Fox Shadow. Recently downloaded VS Code. I'm curious if you would consider doing a breakdown on how you use VS Code with Godot, how you set it up, extensions, settings, tips, tricks, etc., like in a video. Yeah, I'd definitely consider that, yeah. I've got a lot on my plate at the moment. I actually am in the process of editing yet another Godot code review video, which, by the way, I don't know if any of you noticed, but the second Godot code review in the series was released on Saturday. And probably in a couple weeks here, I'll have another one ready to go. Everyone seems to be really liking that series, so definitely planning to continue that for sure. Oh, that's a difficult board. All right, there's a bunch of problems here, but that's all right. Oh my gosh, this is so broken. I'm breaking this big time, big time, big time. I'm also not changing the health at all. Oh, wait. The enemy's not dying either. Oh, boy. I broke so much. I do need to change this though. The enemy boards are not having health created, so let me change that. Where is that? Oops. This should just be difficulty in here. Really? This is a nightmare. Event state machine context. Yeah, this is a nightmare. Oh, this is a nightmare. But in any case, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to create a standalone second one. Pass in the base difficulty there. difficulty. Do that. Public int health. Is this a float? Why is this a float? Oh, I guess I'll put the floor to int down here. Okay, so now in the combat state machine, create enemy board, I can pass in a health override here. And that should work. Let's see what that does. So now I should have variable healths in the enemies. In the enemy encounters. This one has 80. Ooh, okay. Very nice. Watched it? Nice. Yeah, thank you. Hello, Splat. I'm good. I'm good. What's not a good look? What's not a good look? There's a lot of shops on this map. Oh my goodness. I may want to add certain restrictions to certain types of nodes. So basically say, you know, you can't generate more than one shop on a map. That's probably going to be a good idea. But yeah, this is all broken here. I need to fix all this. It's close. It's just, I don't know why this begin button is still showing up. Where was this used before? Enter state. Oh, there's a combat preparation state that I need to enter. State combat preparation. So I need to get the combat preparation state back in here. Do I add it as part of this? I should probably move that in here. Ugh, the problem though is that I have the resurrection stuff too to worry about. So what I could do here would be a little bit weird, but what I could do is state machine at change state combat preparation, I think. So this combat state machine is just going to be responsible now for creating the stuff. This is not going to work. Maybe it was a good idea to keep the combat separate. I need to figure out how to do this. Maybe it was a good idea to keep the combat separate. So not make the combat an event in here. Yeah. Because this is not really a standalone thing. Like, I wanted combat to be isolated to its own state machine, but the problem is, if you die during a combat encounter, you can enter like a resurrection state. And I don't really want to move the resurrection state into here too. So Yeah, it probably needs to be moved back to run manager here. Oh, goodness gracious. You face palming when I joined the stream. Yeah, there's been a lot of face palming here. Hello, Newness Games. Welcome, welcome. Learning Pixel using Piskel. That sounds useful. What is that? Free online sprite editor. Oh, very nice. That's cool. All right. Let's see. All right. Well, this is a mess right now, but I'm gonna have to leave it that way for now because I have some other stuff to do today, including working on the course, the new Udemy course. So that's going to be it for the stream today. Thank you everyone for watching. Thank you all for being here. Very much appreciate you all hanging out. And thank you to the VOD watchers and lurkers out there as well. You are appreciated too. And yeah, I'll be back at it tomorrow at 10 a.m. Eastern. Also, check out the links in the description below to see all the ways that you can support my work. Lots of stuff coming out soon. We've got more code review videos, got the Udemy course that I'm working on, so lots to do. And yeah. It's going to be a crazy couple of months here. But anyway, yeah, see you tomorrow at 10 a.m. Thanks again, everyone. And I'll talk to you later.